Okay, welcome to the demonstration of how the Costa Cup is going to work, as it's set to be the final World Cup, which we'll get onto. But let's just begin with a few rules and how to play the final Costa Cup. So a lot of people will question, what the hell is this Costa Cup? What is it? What is the purpose of the Costa Cup? Is it any different to the World Cup? So the answer to that is it's not different to any World Cups. The difference probably is just the name. It's going to be run very similarly, and it's just named after a company. So we've done really well, so we'll get into all of that later. So let's get into the rules now, which is really important for this time round. I don't see this being a big World Cup. I can only see this being 4 players, which is fine. You know, we can have a nice 4-player World Cup to finish off. If it's 8 players, great, that's fine. I mean, I've built too many stadiums and there's not going to be enough games to use them all, so it'd be nice to use some more of the stadiums, as this is set to be the final World Cup. So the first rule of the new sort of Costa Cup thing is, a lot of you will have noticed in the latest update, if you still even play, is we do have this ball spawner. I don't know if I can get it to work or not. Right, there we go. This thing is dodgy as hell, so there was hope that we were going to be able to use this in time for this World Cup, but it does not look like that is going to be the case. What we are going to do is we're going to use this in the World Cup final of the training. You can play around with this ball in training instead of me having to give both players the ball, which is kind of annoying. So we are not going to use this ball, we're just going to use the same ball that we've used before, which is this one, which works the same as the Neymar Junior ball. We only actually use this ball, I swear that's got tinier, but anyways, we only use this one now because yeah, the Neymar Junior one does not place exactly where you want it. It seems to just go all over the place. Let me have a look at the Neymar Junior ball. I swear that basketball's got smaller there. Was it? I think they're just both small, to be honest, but they're easier to kick. So again, with the corners, they will stay the same. If it goes behind this white line, it is either a goal kick or corner, the ref's decision. Is there anything else? Throw-ins will remain the same. I don't really know what else there is. I think that's just the same. Slide tackling rules then. I think you already know roughly what happens when you slide tackle. So if I slide tackle, say this is my opponent. Oh, that was terrible. If I slide tackle that and my opponent goes back, which it should do based on the settings, if you don't win the ball and your opponent goes back, it's a free kick to your opponent. You can't argue with the referee's decision, and that will bring me nicely on to raging, because this World Cup we're not going to allow that at all. It's the final World Cup. Well, we need to get into that, but it's the final World Cup in theory. There's no need to be raging. It's not. There's no point. The raging is absolutely pointless. It is generally just pointless, because I'm just fed up of having to watch the players rage and not enjoy the World Cup, and then it's apparently down to NSB to bring the players back who just keep doing it again. I don't really see the point in that. I mean, I'm not having it anymore. I've said it. If the players want to leave, I'm not going to go beg for them to come back. That's absolutely appalling from some of the players, so I don't think that's very fair for the other players that want to do the World Cup. So we're just going to continue doing the World Cups as we do them now. But let's get on to, will this be the final World Cup? That's a difficult one. It has been said, and I have said it myself, that NSB is set to shut very, very soon. The question is now, will we be able to get 2 World Cups done before it all like finishes? Obviously I'm not going to say at the moment where I'm going to go, because I don't actually know where I'm, you know, what community I'm off to or what I'm going to go do. That's not for me to say at the minute. But while I'm still at NSB, is there time to do 2 World Cups? We don't know. Obviously this is probably the biggest World Cup we are ever going to do, because it's the final one, it's the biggest one, it's the only one with a company. I have got a list of the sponsors as well, so that's very important. You know, with the amount we've managed to get in such a short amount of time. Obviously there's been a lot of work in the background, but we've gone and done it. So we've obviously got Costa, Premier, Vauxhall Motors FC and Bet365 and Door Productions are the ones that I'm looking at here, and I'm thinking here, this is a humongous World Cup in that sense, because we've managed to get a company to name it. We've managed to get loads of other little bits on the side to make it even better. It's just now down to, can the players make this World Cup good? I'm hoping they can, but this should be a good World Cup. But the final thing is I'm going to get into is the final and when it's going to be played. Matches are going to be a little bit different. As I said, I'm expecting it to be a 4-player World Cup now. I could be wrong, I could be completely and utterly mistaken, but I very much doubt it. So the matches are going to be 8 minutes long per half, so it'll be 16 minutes in a match, which isn't too bad. That's for semi-finals, legs 1 and 2, so you play 2 legs. If you don't understand what that is, I'm sure I'll find a way to explain it to you on the day. In the final, that is going to be 30 minutes each half. I know that is absolutely, you know, that's a long time, but it's going to be the final match technically. We want it to be special, and there's loads of things planned for it, so hopefully it's a fantastic match to watch. As for players, we've actually done teams this time, and we are going to stick to it. We've done countries so we can build the flags as well, and you should have all been told that by now. I think you all know yours by now, so hopefully you get to see that. And also for the final, even if you don't get to the final, you can come and watch it. I mean, it is going to be pretty special. We've got things pretty well lined up. And yeah, that is the introduction to the Costa Cup.